Hello everyone. In this video, we will convert the isometric view of this object into the orthographic multi-view. In our last video, you have seen that how we can convert this isometric view into the orthographic multi-view. But today we have taken another new example. But the only difference is, in our last day, we have considered the object is in first quadrant, but today we will consider that the object is in third quadrant. So as you know that if the object is in third quadrant, then the front view of the object will come below the reference line, top view will come above the reference line, and left hand side view of the object will come in the left profile plane, and right hand side view will come in the right profile plane. So according to that, in this problem also, we will start to draw the front view first, then we will draw the top view, and then we will draw the left hand side view or right hand side view, any one. So let's start. So first we will select the template of the page. So we will select the template as AutoCAD LT-ISO.dwt, as it is the AutoCAD LT version, so that's why the template is coming as AutoCAD LT-ISO.dwt, and we are selecting this ISO format so that all the informations in that sheet will be based on the ISO standard. I have already created the layers, and in the last video I have already shown that how the layers can be created. So here also I have already created the different layers, the one layer for the chain line, another layer for dashed line, thick line and thin line. For each of the different lines I have already created the layers, so that I can start the drawing directly. So first we need to set the units. So type the units command, and then we need to check whether all the units are according to the ISO standard or not. So we can see that all the informations are based on the ISO standards. So we can click OK. Now we will start to draw its front view first. So you can see that the observer is looking at the object from this end. That means in the front view we can see this surface and the face of the circles that can be seen. So while we will draw the face of the circles, then we need the center point of the circles. So we can start the drawing with this surface, then we can find the center point of the circles and we can draw the circles. So if we start to draw, then we can start with the line command, and we can start by taking this point as the first point of the line. So if we start this point as the first point of the line, then we can move to this point, which is at a distance of 140 mm. So we are starting the line and we can move 140 mm distance. Okay. Next we can move in the vertical direction, that is 18 mm distance. Next we can move in this direction and we can track this point, and then we can close the surface. So we have built this surface. Now we can locate this center point and this center point of the circle. So to locate the center point, we will be needed the chain line. So select the layer of the chain line. So this is the layer of the chain line. So now again we will select the line command. Now from this edge, it is at a distance of 35 mm. So from this edge at a distance of 35 mm, we can get a point, and then from that point we can get this point at a height of 100 mm. So we can get the center point of the circle at a height of 100 mm. So we have got the center point of the circle. Similarly, we can get the center point of this circle also by taking the distance from this edge. So again we will select the line command, and from this point we will move in this direction for a distance of 20 mm, and then we will move in the vertical direction, that is 38 mm. So we have already got the center point of the circles. Now we are able to draw these circles. So before drawing the circle, we are drawing the horizontal axis also. Similarly, here also we will draw the horizontal axis, and we are extending this. We are extending this vertical axis. Here also we are extending the vertical axis. Now we can delete this extra portion. Now we have the center point, so we will select the thin layer and we will draw the circle. To draw the circle, we will be needed the circle command. So after selecting the circle command, now you are asked to specify the center point. So this is the center point of the circle. Now you are asked to put the radius of the circle or the diameter of the circle. Now in the problem we have the diameter of the circle now, but here it is showing the radius of the circle. But if you want to put the diameter of the circle, just write D, then enter. Now if you put any value, that will be taken as the diameter of the circle. So in this case the diameter is 55, so we will type 55, enter. Again we need to create this inner circle, so again we will press enter and we will select the center point, and we need to put the diameter, so type D, enter. Now the diameter is 30, so we will write 30. Similarly, we will create another circle taking this point as a center point. The diameter of the circle will be 40 mm, so again we will write D, then 40, then enter. Similarly, we need to create another circle. We need to create another circle of 18 mm diameter. So we have created. So both the circles of the holes we have already created. Now as this layer and this layer need to be same, because both are the continuous thin line, so I can convert the properties by using the match properties. I am converting the property by using the match properties. Now we need to connect this point of the edge with the tangent of the circle. So to find the tangent, we need to check whether in the objective functions, in the object snaps, the tangent option is checked or not. The tangent option is checked. That means in the future the tangent will be shown. So we will start to draw this line from this point. Now we will find if the tangent is showing or not. So you can see there is a tangent is showing. So we will click on this point and then press enter. Similarly, we will connect this edge with the quadrant of the circle. Completed. Now we will draw this edge and this edge. Now we will draw this edge and this edge. And in this portion, we need to draw a fillet of 25 mm radius. So to draw the fillet, we have the option that is fillet. So we will click on this option. Now you are asked to specify the first object. But before selecting the first object, we need to specify the radius of the fillet. So we will click on radius option, and now the radius of the fillet is 25. So we will write 25, press enter. Now we are asked to select the first object, say this is the first object and this is the second object. So our fillet is done. Okay, now this portion is completed, this portion is completed, this face is completed. Now there is the hole. So the holes cannot be seen when we will see from the front, but their hidden features, means the hidden portion of the holes can be seen. So we need to locate those holes. So the center point of the holes will be at a distance of 35 mm from this edge. That means from this edge also it will be at a distance 35 mm. So to draw the holes, we will first draw the axis of the hole. So to draw the vertical axis, we need to locate the hole. So the hole will be at a distance of 35 mm from this edge. So we have got the position. Now from here we will draw the axis of the hole. Similarly, from this edge also it will be at a distance of 35 mm and we have got the axis of the hole. Now we can increase this position of the axis. Here also it is already extended. So now we can draw the hole. Now the diameter of the hole is, you can see D16, means the diameter of the hole is 16 and there are two holes are there, that's why it is written as 2 into D16. The diameter is 16 means in this side it will be 8 mm, in this side it will be 8 mm. So we can draw the line. Now the line will be drawn with the help of dashed line. So we will select the line command. Now from this point in this direction it will be 8 mm. So 8, enter. So this is one side. Now we can do the mirror. So to do the mirror, we will take mirror command, press enter, mirror command. Now select the object. So we have selected the object. Now press enter. Now this is the first point, this is the second point. Similarly, we can copy both this portion in this side. So to copy this, we will select the copy command. Now select the object to copy, enter. Now specify the base point to move. This is the base point to move, and we have moved it to this portion. It is completed. So now we can erase the extra portions. Okay. Now we can reduce the scale of the dashed line and the axis. So for that we need to check the. For that we will just write LT scale. We'll just write LT scale, enter. Now you can see that the scale factor is selected as 1. Now we can reduce the scale factor as 0.5. You can see that the scale factor has been reduced. So this is the front view. Now in the front view, this groove needs to be drawn. Although the groove cannot be seen, but it is existing. So we need to draw the groove. So again line command. Now the height of the groove is 3 mm and it is the throughout the width of the object. So from this edge 3 mm distance. Now this is the groove of the object. This is the extra part. I am deleting it. So this is the front view is completed. Similarly, we can draw the top view also. Now to draw the top view, we need to project it. So to draw the top view, we will project any one edge. Now as it is in third quadrant, so the front view will be below the reference line. So we need to draw the reference line first. So we will draw the reference line and the reference line will be drawn with the help of thick line. So again line command. This is the I need to change the layer. It will be continuous and we need to increase the thickness. So you can see Now we will project any one point to start to draw. We will project any one point to start the drawing. So we are projecting any one point to start the drawing. So from this point we will start to draw. Now in the top view, what are the surface we can see? In the top view we can see this surface and we can see this surface also, right? So we can start from this point. So if we start from this point, we will draw this surface which is 140 mm long, and this one is, and in this side it will be in this side it will be total is 85 minus this 12. So 85 minus 12, so it will be 73. Okay, so in this side, in this direction it will be 73 mm. So in this direction it will be 73 mm. So we can track this end point. This is completed. Now we can draw these these holes. Now the location of the hole is from this edge it is 35 mm and from this edge it is 30 mm. So we can draw with the help of chain line the location. So from this point it is 30 mm and this one is from this end it is at a distance of 35 mm. So this is the position of the center point. So now we can draw the hole at this point. The diameter of the hole is given as 16 mm. So diameter of the hole is given as 16 mm. Okay. Similarly, we can locate this point also. This point will be at a distance of 70 mm. So at a distance of 70 mm, we will get this point. So from this point at a distance of 70 mm, we will get this point. So we can copy this hole. This is the center point is the base point. The center point is the base point. So we have copied it. Okay, we can extend this axis. Completed. This is the extra part. Delete it. Similarly, we can draw the horizontal axis also. So this is the horizontal axis. Similarly, we can draw the horizontal axis here also. Okay, the top view is completed. Now we need to draw the groove. The groove is 18 mm apart from this edge. So from this edge, the groove will be at a distance of 18 mm. So from this edge, the groove will be at a distance of 18 mm. So this is the groove. Okay. Similarly, in this side also there is another groove which will be at a distance of 18 mm again. Okay. So the groove has been completed. Now we can place this extra part. Next, this portion of the top view is completed. Now we need to draw this part. Now in this part, if you can see, in this part, so in this part, as you can see that total length is 85. Okay, that means from this point to this point it will be 12 mm. Okay, so if we draw that, so from this end to 12 mm distance. Okay, completed. Now, what is the position of the axis of this hole? The position of the axis of this hole is basically this is the position. So we can track and we can draw the axis of this hole. So this is the axis of the hole. Basically this is the axis of the hole. Similarly, this is the axis of the hole. axis of the hole. Now we can draw the top view of the hole. So the top view of the hole, how we can draw? It is a 40 mm diameter, means it will start from this end to this end. Okay, and this thickness is 12. This thickness and this width is 24 mm. That means if we draw it, then it will look like that from this end it will be 24 mm distance. It will be 24 mm distance, and in this direction it is 40 mm distance. And completed. This part is completed. So we can trim this portion. This portion. Now it is completed. Similarly, here there is another hole, and this hole is of 18 mm diameter. Another way that in which we can draw it. So the way is we can track the quadrant of this hole. So how we will do that? So for that, as the hole need to be drawn with the help of dashed line, so we have selected the dashed line. Now we can track the quadrant of this hole. So we can track the quadrant of the hole in this way, and we can draw like this. And now we can just mirror it. So to mirror it, we will select the object first, and then this point and the end point. Done. Okay. Similarly, we will draw in this side also. So this hole is of 55 mm diameter. Here also we will project the quadrant of the hole. So to project the quadrant of the hole, first we are starting with the projection of the inner circle. So basically this is the from this point it will be of 36 mm distance. So from this point it will have 36 mm distance, and in this side it will be from this is 36 mm. This is the extra part. I am erasing it. Okay. Now this is the 36 mm width. So now we can mirror it in both the sides. So we have it. Now we have to draw the 55 mm diameter circle. So to draw it again, we can project the quadrant. So we can project this quadrant, and we can do the mirroring. Now we can just join it. Okay, so as you can see, in this way we can draw it. Okay, so this is the top view of the object. And now we can draw the unnecessary, or we can draw the extra part, extra portions of the circle. We can erase, extra portion of the objects we can erase. Okay, so the top view is completed. Now we need to draw the side view. Now here, if we draw the left hand side view, most of the features can be seen. So that's why we will prefer to draw the left hand side view. Okay, so to draw the left hand side view, we are just extending this reference line, and as we know that left hand side view will come in the left hand side of the front view, means that it will come in the left profile plane. So we will draw the vertical reference line first. So we will draw the vertical reference line first. Next we will project it. Again here also we will start with a single point. Say suppose we are starting with this point. So first we will project this point. So this point is in the front view, this is the point, and in the top view this is the point. So we will first project the point. Now we will project this point. So to project the point, at first we will project the point on the vertical reference line. Now we will draw a 45-degree line. Now to draw the 45-degree line, we know that the inclination angles will start from this line as a reference line. So this angle is 90 degree, then this angle is 180 degree, then 45 degree means 180 plus 45 to 25 degree. So we will select the line command, then we will select the first point. Now you are asked to specify the next point, and the angle is specified as 180 degree. So what we will do, we will change the angle to 225 degree. For that we will press tab. Now you can change the angle. So angle will be 180 degree plus 45 degree, so 225 degree. Now we have to again press the tab to find the length of the line. So we will press tab, and now we will select the length of the line. So we have got the end point. Now we will press escape. Similarly, we will project this point also, and now we will project this point. So we have got this point. Now we will draw this portion in the left profile plane. So we will start from this point. So we will start with this point and we will move to 18 mm distance. Next in this direction, that is total is 85 minus 12, so it is 73. So it is 73. Next we will move in the upward direction. Before moving to the upward direction, let's draw the lower part. In the lower part it is 18 mm, then the groove is 3 mm, then again in this side it is it will be 85 minus 36, because we need to know this gap. So it will be 85 minus 36. So it will be 85 minus 36, so it will be 49. So 49, enter. Now again 3 mm, and in this direction it is 18 mm. Now we will move in the upward direction, and in the upward side, how much distance we will move, that we can track from here. This is the amount of distance that we will move. Okay. Next we can move in the upward direction, but also in the upward direction, how much distance we will move. In the upward direction also we can track it. We can track up to this end we will move. Okay, and then in this side we will move to 12 mm distance, and then we will move in the downward direction. Okay, here also we need to project the axis. So here also we will project the chain line. So we will project the chain line so that we can easily locate the circles. For that we will project the axis. Now we can easily locate the circles. So when we see the object from the left hand side, we can see this object in the rectangular form. And what will be the diameter? Again it will be 40 mm diameter. So we can draw it by projecting or by tracking this point. So from this end it will be total depth is 24 mm. So enter. Now in this side it will be 40 mm is the diameter, and in this side it is completed. Okay. Now there is a hidden part. Hidden part we are drawing it later. Now we will draw the outside of this hole. So again we can project it. We have already projected it, so we can start from this point. Now from this point, in this side it will be of 12 mm. Now the diameter is 55. In this side it will be 36, and in the upward direction it will be 55, and then it is closed. It is completed. Now we will draw the inner holes. So to draw the inner circles, we will select the dashed line and we will just project it. And we will draw it. Now extra portion will be erased. Now we will again do the mirroring of this feature. Similarly in this part also we will drag this point. We will erase the extra part. We will do the mirroring. Okay, now we can erase the extra lines. Like this line is the extra line, this line is the extra line. So we can erase those extra lines by using the trim command. By using this trim command, we can erase the extra lines. Okay, by selecting the trim command, we can erase the extra lines. Here also there won't be any edge. Here also there will be no edge. Okay. Now we need to draw these holes also. So to draw the holes, again we have to locate the axis of the holes. The holes are located at a distance of 85 by 2. So it is 85 by 2. So 42.5 mm distance. So from this point, the hole will be at a distance of 42.5 mm. So this is the hole, the distance of the hole. Now we will just extend this axis. Okay, completed. Now we can erase this one and we can draw the hole. So to draw the hole, again we will draw with the help of dash line, and from this point the hole is total diameter is 16. So in this side 8 mm, and now we can draw them. We can mirror this feature. Completed. Okay, so this hole is also completed. So I guess all the features we have already drawn. So this is the left hand side view of the object. So now we can erase this extra lines, projection lines, and now this is our front view, top view, and left hand side view. Now you need to do the dimensioning. Now for the dimensioning part, before coming into the dimensioning, as these are the outlines, so we need to draw these outlines with the help of thick line. But we have drawn it with the help of thin line, so we will convert these thin lines into thick lines by using the match properties option. So this line is the thick line, so we will click on this line. Now whatever the line we need to make thick, we will just click on that line to make that line the thick line. This way we can select all the lines and we can line into thick line. In this way we can convert all the lines into thick lines. So do it carefully. All the visible outlines will be the thick line. Completed. Press escape. Now we need to put the dimension. Now to put the dimension, only we will put those dimensions which are given, and we will provide the dimensions in their true shape only. Like this length can be seen in the front view as well as in the top view. Still we are giving the length in the top view. The location of this hole can be seen in the top view, so we will show this location in the top view only. So in this way we will place the dimension. So for that we will select the linear dimension, and as the dimensions will be given with the help of thin line, so we will select this thin line option. Now we will select this linear dimension option. Now we will locate the center point of the hole from this point to this point. So this is our dimension. Okay. Similarly, the distance of this center point to this center point. This is our center point of the hole, and up to this point it is 35 mm. Okay. Similarly here also, from this center point to this center point, that is 70 mm. Okay. Now the total length is 140 mm. So we will total length is 140 mm. From this end to this end it is 140 mm. The location of this hole with respect to this edge. So the location of the hole with respect to this edge is center point. From this center point, this one is 30 mm. Yes. Okay. Similarly, next, this one is 35 mm. This distance we have already located that distance. The next is next the dimension. This one we will show in the left hand side view. Okay. So I guess the diameter of the circle. So the diameter of the circle will be given with the help of this diameter of the circle. Can be given in this way. Okay. Now there are two circles having the same diameter. So we will click on this dimension and we will edit it. If we zoom it, then we can edit it. So it will be two holes of diameter. Two holes of diameter 16. Okay. Completed. So next is, so all the dimensions we have given in the top view. Now we will give the dimension in the front view. Now in the front view, the true shape of the circles, we will give the dimension for the true shape of the circles. So we will give the dimension of this circle first. Then we will give the dimension for this circle. Similarly, we will give the dimension for this circle. Then the dimension of this circle. Next, we will give the dimension of. Next, we will give the dimension of this arc with the help of radius option. So we can give the dimension of the arc in this way. The next is, now we have to give the dimension. We need to give the dimension of this 12 mm in the top view. So for that, we will select the linear command, and from this point to this point it is 12 mm. So we will show that. Okay. Next, next in the top, in the front view, the other dimension we need to put that this 100 mm height that we need to put 100 mm height. So from this end to this end is 100 mm height. So next is this height. This height is from this point to this point. It is 38 mm. Okay. Next is, in the top view we should put the dimension of this axis from this edge. The dimension of this axis from this edge, that dimension we need to show. Okay. So next is, in the front view, what are the other dimensions we need to give? I guess most of the dimensions we have. This 18 mm height that we need to provide in the front view. So from this edge, from this end to this end. Okay, completed. Now coming to the left hand side view. In the left hand side view, what are the dimensions on left that we need to provide? This 3 mm height of the groove, this 18 mm, this 18 mm, this 85 mm, all these dimensions we need to provide over here. So from this point to this point is 18 mm. Similarly, from this point to this point it is 18 mm. Okay. Now the total height is total width is from this point to this point is 85. So next is this the height of this groove. The height of the groove is from this point to this point. It is 3. Any other dimensions left? I guess all the dimensions we have covered now. These dimensions we have to give. This is 24 mm. So from this point to this point it is 24 mm. Similarly, we need to provide the dimension from this end to this end to this end. 36 mm. Okay. All the dimensions are given, but the dimensions given is look very small. So we need to change the style of the dimension. So we will write dim style. Enter. We will modify the dimension. Now the text height is given as 2.5, so we are increasing it into 5. We are selecting the ISO standard, or you can use the horizontal standard also. So, next, offset distance, I'm increasing a little bit. It is, I'm keeping it into 1 mm. Now the symbols. In the symbol also we are increasing it to 5 mm. Okay, so these are the units. Now okay. Now set current, close. Now you can see the dimension values have increased a little bit. But still, if you want to increase it little bit more, then again we will move to text style, enter, modify, text, we are increasing it into 10, symbol size is also 10. Now let's see how it looks like. Okay, now it can be easily readable. All the dimensions are given. Just placing the dimensions at a distance that so that it can be easily read. Okay. In this way, you have to control the dimensions. Okay, in this way you need to control the dimensions. Of the isometric to orthographic. Now we need to plot it. So to plot it, again we have to just select on the print option. To select the print option, and then we have to select the DW to PDF. Then we have already selected ISO A4 because we have selected the ISO standard. Now we will select the plot area as Windows, and in this window we need to select the area that we want to plot. So we want to plot this area. Next, center the plot. Now change it to landscape or portrait depending on your drawing. Now you can preview it, how it looks like. So it will look like this. So if you are satisfied with this, then click on this print option, the plot option, and you can plot it by giving a particular name of the file. Then save. You can see that your new file has got generated. The new file has got generated. Okay. So in this way, you have to convert the isometric views into orthographic multi-view. Thank you.